Every assignment that we had to do, every term paper was based on the industry.
I just make sure that if this is what we need to do, then I have to do it like I've been doing it all my life.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Our corporate game changer for today is Kemi Oluwashina. She is gorgeous, but she also has over 15 years experience in asset management and investment consulting. I'm so excited to introduce her today because she's definitely changing the game in the finance sector of Nigeria. Welcome to the show, Kemi Oluwashina. How are you today, Kemi?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, you look
Thanks
good.
for having me. Thank you. You look good too.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Okay. You're a pharmacist, actually. You studied pharmacy in school.
Yes,
and I know you actually practiced. You worked as a pharmacist for 2 years and then switched into finance. What was that like?
Well, so I didn't exactly think that would ever happen.
Really?
Because in my final year in school, I was one of those encouraging my colleagues then to, stay back in the profession, enjoy it, make, great things out of it. So coming out of school, experiencing how it was practicing pharmacy in this environment, it was a bit of a challenge for me. I came out and everything was really different from what I thought it would be. The experience wasn't exactly, all the adrenaline rush and all the excitement with, absolutely, it was way different. I worked in the hospital setting. It wasn't exactly what I had anticipated. I did some community practice as well. It was okay, but wasn't great. And I thought, okay, if I'm going to be like this the rest of my life,
you want to be happy, right?
I have to be happy.
Very good.
And I just thought I wasn't getting all the essence of all my years in school. I thought, okay, you know what, let me do something different. Let me even see what it is somewhere else. And this is me after 5 years in, the biological sciences where I was in school, coming into an environment where everything now looked really out of place. I went to some consulting firms. I just thought, let me write their test for what it's worth and let's see what comes out of it. I wrote a few tests and then I got called back in this organization. I thought, okay, if they're interested, you've seen my CV, if they're interested, then let me, at least go. And I found myself working there.
Amazing. I find it quite intriguing, though, that you've actually worked for the same brand, same firm for over 15 years. You've just moved across businesses, but you've been there. It's very easy, and I see it happen a lot, for people to grow very complacent when they get to stay in the same environment year to year and seeing the same faces, at least relatively the same faces and all of that. How have you been able to stay excited and also stay relevant in the same organization? There must be something about you, definitely.
It's interesting you asked that question because I never really realized that 15 years or even actually 17 years had gone.
Wow.
Because for every time in the place, it's been a completely different experience for me. The first few years, it was, I was learning, it was a new environment, I was ready to learn and take in as much as possible. And that was the first phase. That was the first, let's say first 6 years of my time there. The next phase was when I was told to move into a new business that was being started. So that was a completely different experience for me. It was a new industry, it was a startup, and with startups, you get to do almost every single thing
I know what
that
you're
needs
talking about.
to be done. You have that experience. So it was a completely different experience for me. Some months after the business started, before my role actually kicked off, because you had to obviously set up the business before you start marketing people, before you now start managing those funds, which was meant to be my role. So by the time my key role started, there were so many things I needed to do. I was dealing with institutions, I was dealing with individuals. So I didn't even know that time had gone.
Wow.
I never really knew.
If there's anything, it is obvious from the various roles you've occupied that you tend to face clients a lot and institutions, parastatals and all of that. You come across as a very introverted person. How are you able to, balance that? You don't really like talking much to people and then you always have to defend your company. How do you manage that?
I think when it comes to my job, I'm quite passionate about what I do. So dealing with institutions, dealing with individuals, dealing with government establishment wasn't out of place because if this is what we have to do to get the job done, then I just found myself doing it. And when I do it, people wonder, oh, you've been doing it for so long, but not really. You know, I just make sure that if this is what we need to do, then I have to do it like I've been doing it all my life.
Beautiful.
You know, so that's always been my approach.
Amazing. As far as I'm concerned, you're as much a career person as an entrepreneur, because from what you said, you practically set up the pensions arm of your business. What was that experience like, and what did you take away from it?
It's interesting you ask, because so that industry is now 12 years old, and I'm just wondering where did all the time go? Because you know, starting off was pretty tough, because again, it was regulation driving it, but then you found out that you had to do all the marketing. People needed to understand what it was all about, you know. And again, because the business, we hadn't really done so much of retail. So I was also in an organization where you had to do a lot of active selling, because it wasn't a very strong retail brand. It was more known with institutions than with retail, which is interesting, because today the business is now known because of that business.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Amazing.
But at that time, all thanks to the pension industry.
Amazing, amazing. I think it's definitely a thrill speaking with you, because if there's anything I've picked up from all what you've said is time, you don't realize time flies, you know, when you're passionate about what you're doing and when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
That's what I get from you.
You're right.
You know, it was pharmacy, you weren't fulfilled, you weren't feeling the environment, you moved to the finance and you were, you know, getting a kick out of it. And now it's over 17 years and you are still, you know, making big things happen in the industry.
It's interesting.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kemi. It's been amazing speaking with you. And I know that, you know, I'm probably speaking to the next Minister of Finance or something, you know. I can't wait to, you know, see more of what you'll be, you know, putting out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
When we return, it will be game time between Kemi and Ejiro. I can't wait to see who will win. Is it the fashionistas or the corporate folks? See you in a bit. Welcome back to the show, guys, and it is game time. You know, I'm always excited when it's game time. Today we are having Ejiro Amos Tafiri going against Kemi Oluwashina. Is the fashionistas against the consultants. Oh, I cannot wait. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna choose. Do you want the word game or the song game? I think the word game will be. Word game. Should I choose for you guys? I think I'll go for the word game. Okay, so it's easy. Someone's going to say a word. When someone says a word, you have to say a related word. And then you have to say a word related to what she says. And then you have to say a word till someone stutters or doesn't have anything to say. You get it?
Okay.
Easy peasy. So breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, you can do it. So are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Kemi, go.
Boy.
Girl.
Child.
Mother.
Baby.
Grown up.
Adult.
Kidhood.
Childhood.
Motherhood.
Fatherhood.
Uncle.
Aunt.
Cousin.
Niece.
Nephew.
Son.
Daughter.
Girl.
Boy.
Niece.
That's a repeat. Ejiro is the winner, guys! Yay! I'm proud of you. Yes. Beauty and brains, girl. Give it to them.
Go, Ejiro.
So how do you feel, Ejiro? Give your speech. You know?
Well, it was well contested.
Yes, I love that. You guys are like actually the longest contest. You know, like you really fought for. Amazing. Well done, guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I don't feel like a winner. I just feel like, you know, it's just... I was worried. I thought I'd lost it. I used to be a science geek.
Okay. Yeah, no, but you obviously still have it. Like that, you guys will. Both of you obviously are very, like, you know, I'm impressed.
Because I was scared of losing, actually. Honestly.
Ejiro, you don't sound like a good
I don't like
loser. You don't sound like a good
No, I
loser.
really don't like to be seen as the fashion.
I know that feeling, right? Like when you're really fashionable, you want to come off as smart. No,
not anymore. That doesn't happen anymore.
You think so?
Oh my.
You know you're not in that world.
Oh, well, again, so maybe that's the stereotype way people
Yeah.
think of them.
Yeah.
But not anymore. There are so many of them that are extremely intelligent. She's definitely one of them.
You can't build something this big and be dumb.
She has one of the strongest brands. So
yay! Say high five. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show. It's been amazing talking to you. We've learned so much from Kemi. We've learned so much from Ejiro, and I know I'll be seeing even bigger things from both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Until next time, don't stop changing the game in whatever space you find yourself. Bye.